ta'ala. Beautiful, beautiful. And to get back on the point of social media, today, alhamdulillah, you have decades of experience in the Hawza, and you're also a loving father of 5 beautiful children who have experienced living in Iran, in the US, and now, alhamdulillah, they're living in the city of Imam Ali alayhi salam. But they are in a crucial age. I think teenagers and younger than teenagers. How do you deal with them with your own upbringing as experienced, with the religious knowledge you have now, and with the experience of living in the West, and of course social media? Every kid nowadays has an iPhone, an iPad, where they're exposed to all the dangers, like the agendas which are in conflict with the Islam. How do you deal with that, and what kind of tips could you give new young parents, as one of them is in our studio, Syed Ali?
MashaAllah.
Yes.
We have to talk to our youngsters and convince them of the danger out there. The problem with a lot of parents, when it comes to their children, social media, access to the internet, when the parents restrict their access, or they take away their iPad, their tablet, the child thinks, mom and dad don't trust me. When a child thinks that the parents don't trust him, he or she is shattered. That's wrong. The way that I handled it with my children, I had a conversation with them. I told them, first of all, Baba, you convince me why you need an iPhone. One day my 10-year-old daughter, my eldest daughter, she came back from school. 10 years old. I mean, imagine. She told me, Baba, can you buy me an iPhone? I told her why. She was like, please, just buy me an iPhone. I said, I will buy you an iPhone, but write me an essay, convince me. You have a tablet. If it's about schoolwork, you can do it.
Yeah.
What is it that you need to do on an iPhone that you can't on your iPad? If you convince me, if it's convincing, I'll buy it for you. I gave her a chance to express herself. Maybe some conservative families, no, that's it, stop, don't ever bring this anymore. That's wrong. Let your child express themselves. So she went to her room. Obviously, she couldn't come up with a paragraph to convince me. What is she going to say? So she came back and, please, Baba, get me the iPhone. I'm like, just tell me why. At the end, I realized why. She told me, everyone in my class has an iPhone. I told her, wait a minute. Your classmates, 10 years old, and all of them have an iPhone? She's like, yes, I'm the only one who doesn't. I'm like, oh my God, what are parents doing? They're destroying their kids. Why do you need to give an iPhone to your 10-year-old child? Just because you have the money to buy it, it means you have to get them an iPhone. And then tomorrow you come and you cry, I've lost my child, my child become a drug addict, my child this, my child that. Who told you to give them an iPhone? And I explained it to her, why she doesn't need an iPhone. I gave her the chance to express herself, she couldn't. So she accepted. Initially it was bitter for her, but then she accepted. And later she thanked me for it. See, you have to have some sort of structure in your family. Convince your children. That's number one. Number two, none of my children have social media accounts. You might think this is extreme, come on, who doesn't have a TikTok account? Look, I deal with families every day. I'm an unofficial therapist for family problems. And I see what social media is doing to our children. You want to see something on Instagram that's important? Here, use mommy's phone, use daddy's phone, go and see it. But for you to have your own account and you're sitting in your room 24/7, I don't know what you're up to. I'm not an irresponsible father for me to do that. Impossible. So I beg the young parents, don't give unrestricted access to your children when it comes to social media. Why does a 7-year-old child need to have a social media account? Why? Why does he need to have a TikTok account or Instagram account? Do you know who's talking to them? Do you know who's privately sending them a message? There was a family who's like, no, we'll monitor it. Well, a disaster happened, and it turns out that every time that bad friend would send him a message, he would delete it. So mom and dad doesn't see it. Look, you think you can outsmart your kids? No, you cannot. Technologically, they're much savvier than you are. So do yourself a favor. Do your children a favor. Don't let them have social media accounts. They don't need it. It's too dangerous out there. And tell your child, it's not because I don't trust you. I trust you, but I don't trust those bad people out there. Just like the COVID, you know, the example I give is COVID. When COVID happened, imagine someone says, you know, I'll go out there, you know, and I'm strong. And what, you don't trust me if I go to the supermarket? What kind of a response is that? A parent will tell the child, I trust you. I don't trust the virus. The virus might, you know, come and impact you. I don't trust everyone out there in the world of social media. So why should I let my children become victimized? Parents, be strong. Don't let your young children have social media accounts. You cannot control it. Believe me, you cannot. They will outsmart you. They'll find ways to connect with other friends. And before you know it, they're being influenced day and night. So that is something that I did with my children. Yes, they have a tablet. They could do their work on it. Some, you know, games that are not harmful. Don't restrict the kids too much. Give them some freedom to play. That's okay. Yeah. But from day one, I told them, you don't need the social media accounts. And I convinced them, and they accepted. And alhamdulillah, Allah protected us from that. Another strategy that's really helpful at home, and I've tried this with my children, pray jama'ah together. Doesn't take too much time. You have to pray anyway. Yeah. Gather them, pray jama'ah, and then between the prayers, or after the prayers, 5 minutes talk to them. Talk to them, see what's on their mind, say a nice story, share a hadith. Hadith of the day, verse of the day. Share it with them. It's a beautiful moment to bring the family together, to pray together, and then they'll be excited. Today there's going to be a new story. And you have to, by the way, prepare for that moment. Some parents make it very boring. I myself, I couldn't last in those gatherings. I'd probably fall asleep. Make it interesting for your kids. Prepare today, what am I going to say? This is more important than your work. This is more important than your business. This is your eternal investment. Spend 20 minutes coming up with something nice to say to your children. If you do that, you will see amazing changes.
Beautiful, Sayyidina, beautiful. So you're not vulnerable for puppy tears of your daughters.
Look, it's not easy. I mean, when they come and they're upset, I mean, I'm a father. I have a heart. Yeah. I feel bad. Yeah. But I cannot give her something that's poisonous.
You have to protect them.
But I try my best to convince her.
That's beautiful.
And we need to convince them. And you can. Try enough, you'll be able to convince them. Do research. Yeah. Do research. One thing that I did, I went online and I came up with articles by American researchers. Here are the 10 negative effects or impacts or consequences of giving iPhones to kids under 14. Here are 10 negative impacts of Facebook. I'm like, Baba, read this. Yeah. I didn't come up with these statistics. Read them. She read them. Wow, I didn't know that. Share this with your children. So parents have to be educated. They have to be aware. And they have to do the research.
Ahsant, beautiful.